starting with dihybrid cross, which means the two pairs of contrasting traits chosen by Mendel were shape of the seeds, right? That is round yellow seeds which are to be crossed with wrinkled green seeds, right? Now to trace the inheritance of these two pairs of contrasting traits, we crossed round yellow with wrinkled green, okay? And the following observations were there. Based on Mendel's study, the observation which came forward is, first of all, when these round yellow, pure round yellow seeds were crossed with pure wrinkled green seeds, it is observed that no wrinkled green seeds were obtained in the F1 generation. Means the F1 generation was round and yellow. No wrinkled green observed. Okay. From here, it can be easily generalized that this one is a dominant trait and this one is a recessive trait. Same way, when these round yellow, these were crossbred by self-pollination, the 4 different types of seed varieties are observed, and these 4 were round yellow, round green, wrinkled yellow and wrinkled green. These 4 varieties, these came forward, and it is the result of the cross. From here we came to know that 9:3:3:1 ratio is the F2 ratio for a dihybrid cross. Fine. We are just now going to do the explanation of how this cross was carried out by Mendel and what are the basic features of Mendelian inheritance in this explanation, right? Now first of all, for this we are going to choose the pair of contrasting traits as we have done for the monohybrid ratio, the parental cross, phenotype and the genotype. It is round and yellow, crossed with wrinkled and green combination. So for round and yellow, we are choosing both the capitals. For wrinkled green, it is small r in reference to round and small y in reference to yellow, which symbolizes the green color. Wrinkled is automatically in contrast with round and green in contrast with yellow. So round, wrinkled, yellow, green. Clear? These are the pair of traits which are taken. Here the combination RRYY are the dominant genes and these ones are the recessive ones, means the recessive factor. Keeping these points in mind, we are now drawing a chart of the dihybrid cross. First we will follow the law of segregation, where these gametes will automatically segregate from each other and pair up like this. Alright. When this is happening, these are the gametes which are ready for the next generation. So these are the factors of inheritance. Factors of inheritance which have undergone the law of segregation, and here these are the gametes. Fusion of gametes will take place for the F1 generation. We are showing the F1 generation where the genotype suggests formation of round and yellow, round and yellow. Alright. So what have we observed? All round and yellow seeds which are observed in the plants of F1 generation which have undergone fusion of gametes. If we choose this along with this now, because this has already been bred, self-pollinated, if we choose this one and this one, again the combination will show us this variety. If we choose this one along with this one now, this one has already undergone fusion, we are going to get the same result. So we have written all round and yellow seeds are appeared in the F1 generation. Okay. Now here we are going to do selfing. F1 result is clear that all round and yellow seeds. What is selfing? Selfing is to form gametes of the next generation. Now I have this phenotype where first the round, this R, pairs up with the Y, and secondly it pairs up with the small y. Means gametes are free to sort them independently, independent of their own pair, and they are going to pair up with the next character. Fusion क्या होता है? We are blending two traits. Here also we are blending two factors, two traits. तो जब हम इन characters को blend कर रहे हैं, we are choosing one of first type and we are choosing the both gametes of the second type and we are pairing them all together to find out what is the possibility. Then I'm choosing this one and pairing up with this and this. I am not leaving any possibility of fusion of gametes. So what happens in the, this is the first one, supposingly this is the first, second, this is the third and this is the fourth resultant. The resultant here after selfing is the gametes will be capital R, capital Y, capital R, small y, because we have fused gametes of two different factors. Then small r, capital Y, small r, small y. This is the result after selfing. That means now these gametes are independent of their pair and they can fuse with the different pair to assort, and formation of new gametes is observed. Same is the result here. Capital R, capital Y, capital R, small r, capital Y and small r, small y. Now these two are known as the gametes of F2 generation. Alright, these are formed after selfing of two different types of contrasting pairs. Now, moving ahead for the Punnett square. Punnett square is a type of checker box in which all these gametes undergoing fusion. Now, in this checker box, we are choosing four types of gametes that have been selected after fertilization and are being used here in the checker box. This is known as Punnett square. I'll write it down. Punnett square. Since we have four types of gametes that I'm writing here, right? and the other one variety is, it's just the same but I'm using a different color. Okay, now we are going to fuse this one with this one. This is, let me tell you, F2 generation, where we are using the gametes of F1 generation. Since these are two pairs, we cannot directly take them. We have to first cross them independent of their own pair, and we have formed these gametes. I hope this much is clear till now. Now, we are going to blend them. This is capital R and this is capital R. Okay, then this Y and this Y. I'm going to write the first one with two different colors, showing that how the fusion has taken place. Alright, rest I'll be writing with one color only. Now the next one is capital R, capital Y and small y. The recessive factors will automatically take the last place or the place after the capital one or the dominant trait. Like here, the capital R will come first, then small r, capital Y is like this. Then is capital R, capital Y, small y. Same is capital R, capital Y, small y. Capital R, small y, capital R, capital Y and small y. Capital R, small y, small y. Coming with the third line, this third with all four, same way as we have done earlier. Then capital R, capital Y, small y. Small r, capital Y, small r, capital Y, small y. Next one is capital R, capital Y, small y. Then is capital R, small y, small y. Small r, capital Y, small y. Small r, small y, small y. Now see, remember when we carried out this cross in observation, in that observation Mendel told us that there are four different types of factors which are formed after the fusion of F1 gametes. Let's do it how. Initially we have round is to yellow seeds. Okay, this is the parental trait. Now I'm erasing it. Another parental trait was wrinkled is to green seeds. This was purely recessive and this is purely dominant. This means if a combination has capital R or capital R, small r, it is considered round. If a combination has capital Y or at least one capital, one recessive factor, it is considered yellow because capital Y is dominant. In wrinkled case, we say it has to be both in a smaller subscript, then only the recessive trait will be shown. For green, it has to be small y. Now, let's begin that supposingly that after blending, round and green combination is formed, and after blending, another possibility that wrinkled and a yellow combination can be formed. Right? These two are parental traits and these two are new traits, and there is a possibility that parental traits and the new traits will exhibit themselves in the F2 generation. This is the dihybrid cross, where each pair is expressing itself independent of its own pair. Therefore, new combinations are welcomed. Let's find out how many new combinations are formed and in what manner. If it is going to be purely round and yellow, we are going to give it black color. If it is round and green, we are going to give it a blue color. We are doing a color coding. If it is wrinkled and yellow, we are going to give it this black color, wrinkled and black. If it is going to be wrinkled green, we are going to give it a blue shade. Alright. Now, for any combination which is going to be round and yellow, it has to have at least one capital R or both the capital R's. One capital Y or both the capital Y to appear as yellow. Alright. If it is going to be wrinkled, it has to be purely having both the small r's. And for green, it has to have both the small y. Accordingly, we will pair up here. Now, the first one is at least one capital R and one capital Y. We are going to call it round yellow. I'm going to mark it with black pen. Round yellow. Again here, round yellow. Again one capital, round yellow. Again one capital. Again one capital. Now here both the capitals for round are present, but it's small yy. It means it's round and green. For round and green we have blue color. This is again round and yellow because it has one capital R and one capital Y. This is again round, but it is green. So I'm going to give a color code of blue dot. Round and yellow. One capital, round and yellow. This is wrinkled condition and this is yellow. For wrinkled yellow, we have this. So, this color code in this shape. Again, for this particular one, we have this color code shape. Right? Again, round and yellow, we have this. This is round and this is green. Right? This is not yellow, this is green. But round and green has this one, color code. And for wrinkled yellow, we have this one, shape and the color. For wrinkled green, we have completely this shape and color. Let's count how many black dots have we got. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 8 and 1, 9. Alright, so it's 9. Coming to the second one, how many round and green we have got? 1, 2, 3. So it is 3. How many wrinkled yellow have we got? We have got 1, 2 and 3. And finally, last one for wrinkled green. If you have carried out the cross absolutely the way the formation of gametes is correct and selfing is correctly done, and then placing the gametes is correctly done, you will get round yellow in the first lot along with the little here, round green in the second lot, wrinkled yellow in the third one, and wrinkled green in the fourth one. So first, second, third, fourth in the order we have written here. Got that? From here we have come to know, since these are all phenotypes, we call it F2. Phenotypic ratio is 9:3:3:1. 9 round yellow is to 3 wrinkled green is to 3 wrinkled yellow is to 1 wrinkled green. Alright, this is the F2 ratio. Clear?